Hi everyone, welcome to the Divine Feminine Energy channel. So I'm going to be doing a little informative video on 2023, basically how you can see what this year will be like for you. And there are many things that I'm going to share with you, 2 things that I will check for myself when a new year begins, and that you can check for yourself as well, because it's super interesting. Why is my neighbor always here? Okay, so the first thing that you may have heard about, or maybe you haven't, is an annual profection year in astrology. It's basically to see what this coming year, but this is a little bit more based on from your birthday on rather than from a new year on. So you can check this, for example, I'm 24 years old. My annual profection year is in the first house. So I will link the annual profection wheel where you can see what your year, you're currently, like your age, your current age, in what house this falls into. And this house can then tell you more about what are some themes that are highlighted for you this year. So for example, we're going to just go through some quick examples through the houses, and I'm also oh my god, stop being. So for example, if your annual profection year is falling into the first house, mine for example is, there can be an emphasis this year on your appearance, how you are perceived by the world, first impressions you make in general. Number 1 can talk about new beginnings, style for example as well. Well, for some of you, you've seen me posting more style videos, so I think it resonates. If it falls into your second house, there may be an extra emphasis on money, income, self-worth as well, because it's a Taurus house, also talks about self-worth. It doesn't say in this paragraph as well, possessions. The third house can talk about communication, creativity, what else? But also, for example, collaborations, the third house. Yes, and some other things that are mentioned in the wheel, like siblings, school, like learning. Learning is a major theme of the third house too. The fourth house is the house of the family, the house of the motherhood, the house of also children, for example. So yes, the past as well. It's a house of Cancer, so Cancer related themes of the zodiac sign, right? Lineage, ancestral lineage, yes. The home is a major thing, yes. And fifth house as well, we're looking at Leo energy, we're looking at children, but also our own inner child. The fifth house can deal with creative expression. It can even deal with themes of fame and popularity as well. Fifth house also talks about romance. Sometimes like romance, like the 7th house or the 8th house can talk a little bit more about marriage and commitments, and the 5th house a little bit more about fun, romance in a sense of fun. And yeah, sex, good fortune, pleasure, having fun in general, the things that bring us joy. Then we have the 6th house of Virgo, and here we have themes around health, wellness, routine, work, more like detail oriented. But also the 6th house can also deal with like well-being, like mental well-being, emotional well-being, stuff around this type of things, pets as well for sure. And the 7th house, the house of Libra, it talks about contracts, commitment, partnerships in general, work partnerships, business partnerships, friendships, romance, all those things. Marriage as well, the 7th house. And then we're looking at the 8th house of Scorpio, This can talk about inheritance as well, death, rebirth, shared finances, the psyche, like the depth, transformation, the 8th house. It can also talk about sex and taboo, occultness. Then we have the 9th house of Sagittarius, and it talks about travel, it talks about our belief systems. It talks about what else, like higher study, higher knowledge as well. Our relationship to divine, our relationship with our own belief systems here as well. And then we have the 10th house of Capricorn, also our midheaven, centered around our career. So this can talk about our public image, right? And things related to our career. Can also talk about fame. Money matters as well, and basically our profession and how we're seen by the world, but sometimes more in a public sense. Like the 1st house, a little bit more first impressions, like the way we present ourselves, and the 10th house is more how we're really like seen in our profession and the image that we have. So the 11th house is the house of hopes and wishes, but also the house of networking, the house of friendship, the house of community, house of technology as well. And groups. So this overall is quite a lucky house to have an annual profection year in. And then the 12th house, a very spiritual house, a lot of endings, releasing, also emotional, spiritual. It talks about our subconscious, our dreams, our visions, and kind of a little bit more of a house of solitary, of being on your own. So that's a little bit about the annual profections, and then I'm going to move on to the second method that I look into that is more related to basically the start of the year. So this is a numerological perspective of looking at the year ahead. So we call it the personal year number in numerology. Okay, so basically this is the sum of your birthday. Like for example, my birthday is 23, and 23 in numerology is 2 plus 3 is 5, plus your month. Like my birth month is 6, 5 plus 6 is 11. 11 stands alone in numerology. I will link a calculator for those of you who are like, I'm not so good at math. Neither am I, girl or boy. And the year of the numerological digits of the year that you're inquiring about. So for me it would be 11, and then 2 plus 2 plus 3 is 7, so 11 plus 7 is 18, 1 plus 8 is 9, basically personal year number 9. And you can do that as well, unless it will give you the number 11, 22, or 33, you always go to single digits, because in numerology those hold a specific value. Okay, so now that we have about your personal year number, let's go over a little bit of a meaning of what those numbers mean in numerology. So if you are personal year number 1, this is about individuality. This is about leadership. It's about new beginnings. It's about being courageous. It's kind of more about being in your masculine energy. A lot of your individuality, a lot of kind of coming to terms with you on a deeper level. So number 2, personal year number 2, this represents a more feminine energy in numerology. It talks about cooperation, it talks about compassion, sensitivity, creativity, for example. It can be talking about balance and patience as well, and definitely also representing intuition. And then personal year number 3, this really can talk about an optimistic, creative year, but 3 can also in numerology talk about cooperating or working with people. Yes, and sociable. So basically, also social energies are associated with number 3 in numerology. And then number 4 in numerology is about stability. It's about a more earth energy, like grounding, working hard, building foundations. Yeah, it's more calm, it's more organized. And year number 5 can be about freedom, can be about transformation. Yes, what else? Adventurous, yes. Sensual as well, definitely. Kind of, I would say, expanding energy in number 5 in numerology as well, and kind of going against what's expected. And then number 6 for personal year number is the number around family, home. What else did they say? Yeah, intuitive, philosophical, nurturing energy, right? But definitely what they don't say here is the importance of home and family of number 6. Number 7, yes, number 7 is really kind of related to the angel numbers as well, like being more your internal experiences, like wisdom, but sometimes a little bit more isolation. Number 7, analytical, mystical, right? Wise, a lot of like that spending time by yourself energy. And then 8, 8 in numerology is the year of material abundance. It's manifestations, a lot around career, a lot around success, prosperous, yes. And then 9 is kind of the wisdom, truth-seeking energy, compassionate as well. And it can also talk about humanitarianism or finding community as well.
So if your personal year number ends in 11, 22, or 33, then you have a master number. So this holds a little bit of extra significant meaning. So, for example, personal year number 11 can be a very spiritual year where there's a lot of like divine occurrences and a great year for spiritual development, spiritual transformation. Master number 22, yes, this can be a great year for building your life, having, for example, divine relationships as well, or you building a significant foundation. And personal year number 33 can be a very creative year where there is extra events happening when it comes to your creativity and happiness. The interesting thing about master numbers is that, for example, 11 is very similar than to personal year number 2, but the frequency is a little higher, as well as 22 is quite similar to the themes of personal year number 4, and 33 to the themes of personal year number 6. So that can help you understand the themes that might go on in a master number year, but master numbers hold a specific frequency where there is more of an portal to divine blessings, but at the same time, sometimes these years can be experienced as more tough too.
So those are 2 methods that I like to look into when getting to know a little bit more about the year ahead. And of course, you can look into way more. You can look into your transits as well in your chart. But I thought this was a little fun thing to share, as I also just posted a reading on 2023. And I thought, let's share some knowledge as well once we're going to talk about this. So thank you so much for watching. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed. Let me know in the comments down below. And I'm wishing you a beautiful year, day, week, month, life. Bye!